Hi, my name is Matt, and this is my Omnath, Locus of Mana deck. Alright, we're going to start off with Omnath. He's the general. Usually this deck tries to kill with general damage, or it'll go infinite with some of the combos in the deck. First up is Wirewood Lodge. This land is great to abuse with some of the mana creatures, especially Rofellos. You use a green and tap it to untap him, and then you can use him all over again. Reliquary Tower. This is great when you get a hand that you don't want to get rid of. Treetop Village, utility land, turns into a guy. If you're running green, you should be running Treetop Village. Then I run about 28 forests, a little bit lower count than most green decks, but using most of the creatures in here, you don't need a whole lot of land. Alright, first creature is Llanowar Elves, basic ramp guy. Another one, Birds of Paradise. Quirion Ranger. This is also another one to use to abuse your mana creatures with. You return a land to your hand, untap target creature. Magus of the Candelabra, great mana dump if you want to go infinite. Rofellos, this guy everybody knows him, everybody hates him if they're playing against him. Riftsweeper, this guy's great to get creatures back that have been exiled, especially guys like Rofellos. Viridian Zealot just destroys artifacts and enchantments. Eternal Witness gets back guys from your graveyard. Dungrove Elder, this guy's great because he gets huge in mono green and he's hexproof. Uktabi Orangutan, a classic, you just use him to destroy artifacts. Azusa, great to keep ramping up, get to play more lands each turn. Elvish Piper, pay 1 green to get out a big guy instead of their mana cost. Another mana dump is Chameleon Colossus. Just use all your mana, make him huge and swing in. Can kill a guy. Vengevine. This card's alright. He's got haste, he comes back whenever you play 1 or more, or 2 or more creatures. Oracle of Mul Daya, another ramp guy, brings land in. Seedborn Muse, untap every untap step, even your opponent's. It's great with Omnath out because you get to abuse it and you can just float a ton of mana each upkeep. Genesis, this guy's great. Bring creatures back for 2 and a green. Vigor, this basically gives all your creatures protection because instead of taking damage, you just get +1/+1 counters on them. Brutalizer Exarch is interesting. Usually you just use him as a tutor with a body. I don't think I've ever used it to tuck a guy, or tuck a non-creature card. Deadwood Treefolk, again, gets things back from the graveyard. That's really important in this deck because your opponents will try to kill a lot of your stuff. Primeval Titan, more ramp, and he just keeps ramping up. You put Lightning Greaves on this guy and he'll just get every land out of your deck. Krosan Tusker. I don't think I've ever hardcast this card. I usually use it for cycling because not only does it get you your land, but you get to draw a card. Guy's Revenge. Big guy, can't be countered, he's got haste. He can't be the target of non-green spells or non-green abilities from non-green sources. So he's pretty hard to hit, and it's a good body. Vurmcoil. This guy's a semi-soft lock on your opponents if they don't deal with him right away. And Woodfall Primus. This guy can get annoying for your opponents as well because he just keeps coming back. Terastodon. Everybody loves this guy. If they play him, just blow everybody else's stuff up. Okay, now we've got our artifact creatures. We've got Solemn. He's basic ramp and card advantage. Wurmcoil Engine. Doesn't need a whole lot of explanation. Steel Halkite, another great mana dump, just destroy stuff. Okay, next up we've got our sorceries, instants, enchantments, all that stuff. So first one is Concordant Crossroads. This you play if you land Rofellos with a bunch of other stuff out, and if you hit this off a Genesis wave, you should win the game. Worldly Tutor, get whatever guy you need. Life from the Loam. This card is okay. It's not great in this deck right now because I still need Crucible of the Worlds, but it does get lands. Night Soil. This is awesome graveyard hate. You can just pay 1, remove 2 creatures from any graveyard, and you get a 1/1 sapling. Regrowth, just basic recursion. Earthcraft. This is one of the combo pieces in the deck. Earthcraft plus another card will create infinite creatures. Guy's Blessing. This card's pretty good. You get to choose cards to put back into your library, and it also can save you from opponents trying to mill you out. Naturalize, basic artifact destruction. This is my jank Sylvan Library from one of my best friends. This card's great, and it's pretty abusable with some of the other cards in this deck. Kadama's Reach, more ramp. And here's Squirrel's Nest. This card combos with Earthcraft to create infinite squirrels, and if your opponents can't deal with it on their upcoming turn, then they all die their next. If you have this out and Concordant Crossroads out, you win the game on the spot. Beast Within. This is an awesome card because it destroys any permanent. Harrow, just more ramp. Cultivate, ramp. Creeping Mold, awesome, gets rid of any artifact or enchantment. We have some more ramp with explosive vegetation. Harmonize, it's the green concentrate, gets 3 cards. Abundance, this card allows you to abuse Sylvan Library and not take any damage from it. Pattern of Rebirth, this is kind of, you use this as protection for your creatures. Put this on Rofellos, and a lot of people are afraid to get rid of him because you can just go get Vorinclex instead. Primal Command, great. I usually use the search for a creature as well as gain 7 life. Relic Crush, this is awesome card advantage because you get to destroy 2 things. And all the artifact destruction is pretty fun in this deck. This is Root Awakening. Usually you don't pay this unless you can pay the Entwine cost, and this is great after a board sweeper because you can just pay the Entwine cost and swing in with all your land. Desert Twister, old school, destroy target permanent. Mana Reflection, this card just makes this deck insane if you have all the right pieces out because you will have a ridiculous amount of mana available. Praetor's Council, this card's awesome. You get back everything in your graveyard and you have no maximum hand size. Everybody knows Tooth and Nail. Everybody hates when you play Tooth and Nail. It's not as bad when you don't have Kiki Jiki or Pestermite in your deck, but it's still pretty bad to see this card hit the table. I like this card, Crusher Worms. You get 3 6/6 worms, and then you can flash it back, and you get 3 more. Green Sun, get whatever creature you need. And Genesis Wave. This card, if you have a ton of mana up and you hit this, it's just insane. Being able to put, the top 40 cards of your deck into play is pretty ridiculous. Skull Clamp, this allows you to kill, any tokens you may make for cards, or even kill your little guys once you don't need them anymore. Top, Soul Ring, Lightning Greaves, Jitte, again, this is a great equipment to use with your little guys. Swiftfoot Boots, Thran Dynamo, Caged Sun, more mana doubling. Spine of Isha, this card's great to abuse with all the artifact destruction in your deck. And the last card, Garruk Wildspeaker. Alright, thanks for watching CMDR Decks. Please subscribe and favorite.